Summarize the conversation comes at the end of the interactive listening section, and you have a short time to recap the conversation between the student and the professor or the student and the other student. This video will give you 3 sentences that are very important to help you score higher. And also, check out our website, detstudy.com. There's a couple reasons why you want to do that. Number 1, there are over 15,000 practice questions with sample answers as well, and AI scoring that resembles the parameters of the official Duolingo English Test. So there are free options there, and there's some VIP options as well, so go check that out. Now, another reason you want to do that is DET Study is a part of the Global Counselor Network, which means that you can receive 10% off when you purchase a coupon code there that you can apply directly when taking the test. It's very simple. If you need to understand how to do that and you're not sure, check out that video right above. So again, a practice platform so that you can get better. Oh, and one more thing. When you purchase the coupon code on DET Study, normally it takes 48 hours to get your results back. And you can pay additionally to get your results back in 24 hours. I think it costs $39 on the website, but that comes completely free. So you'll get a 10% discount and you'll get your results back in 24 hours. I guarantee it. Many people like yourself have taken it. Go ahead and write a comment if you do have any questions. Enjoy the video.
Who did you meet? What did they say? What did you do? Got it? Summarize the conversation. Those are the only 3 things you need to remember when you type for 75 seconds. You just listened to and read a conversation between your professor and you, or a friend and you. You've got it all. You've clicked all the correct buttons. Now you have 75 seconds and you panic again because you don't know what to do. Who did you meet? What did they say? What did you do? Let's break it down. You speak with your communications professor about a question you had, about a presentation or an essay. They give you advice. You take the advice and you do something about it, and then you go on your way and it's over. You can do all that in 75 seconds. So this appears only one time on the test at the very end of listen and respond, so we gotta get it right. We'll take a look at 2 conversations, one with a professor, one with a student, and we'll type away and use our formula, and then we'll run it through AI to see how it actually scores. But before we do that, remember, what are the 3 steps? Okay, here's the first screen that you're going to see at the beginning of Listen and Respond. It'll tell you about the scenario, and then you'll have 4 minutes to go through the conversation between you and the professor, you and the other student. You'll go back and forth 4 or 5 times, but pay close attention to this right here. You'll participate in a conversation about a scenario below. Read this before you even begin Listen and Respond. You are a teaching assistant for a macroeconomics class. You're responsible for grading student essays, but you're not sure about the grading criteria. You talk to the professor of the class and ask about how you should grade one of these student essays. Okay, so here's the scenario. Professor, I wanted to talk to you about the most recent macroeconomics assignment. Yes, what is it? The conversation is going on. We want to pay attention to the most important parts of it. What advice or what suggestion does the professor give us? Here I am again. I'm not sure how to grade one of the essays because it doesn't seem to meet the criteria that were described in the assignment. Let me take a look. Which essay are you talking about? Do you like my AI professor voice? Again, so here and here, it's not really critical information yet. It's this student right here. Here is where it starts. The longer part is what we're paying attention to. Ah, yes, I remember them. They came to my review session last week, and we had a discussion about their topic choice. They were interested in exploring a different angle on the question than what was suggested in the assignment description. So should I grade it based on the original criteria or based on the new angle? Here's what he suggests. Well, since it was discussed with me beforehand and I approved of their new direction, you can go ahead and grade it based on their idea. Just make sure to adjust the scoring rubric accordingly so that they don't lose points for not following the original instructions. Okay, that makes sense. Thanks for clarifying. We come back to the 3 main questions. Who did you talk to? What did they say? What did you do? You ready? I spoke with my macroeconomics professor because I was uncertain about how I should evaluate one of the student essays as a teaching assistant. Okay? My macroeconomics professor. And not just that, but what did you talk about? because of some situation, because I was uncertain about how I should evaluate, how I should do a certain thing. He was familiar with the student and recommended that I assess it based on the revised criteria and modify the scoring rubric, so that they don't lose points. What did I do in response? I told him that his suggestion made sense and expressed my gratitude for his help. I talked to my macroeconomics professor. He suggested that I assess it based on revised criteria. I told him it made sense and said thanks, expressed my gratitude. Let's see how it checks out with AI. Okay, so here's what we're looking at. We post our answer down at the bottom that we've typed out after we've read the whole conversation over again, and let's score it. Okay, great. 130, grammatical accuracy. Here's what I want you to pay attention to. Task relevance. You're staying right on track. You've absolutely captured the conversation in 3 main sentences. We could have done a little bit better by not repeating ourselves and having lexical diversity, a little bit more variety of words and vocabulary, but overall a 130. Great score. If you like what you've seen, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. It's right there. It's right there. Okay, hit that subscribe button, like the video, comment, hit the notification button, send this to a friend. That's what we do these days. We send videos to our best friends. That's what we actually do. Okay, the second scenario, this is with a friend now. You and your friend are discussing your intermediate Vietnamese class. Both of you feel like you might need some additional practice before the final exam and decide to ask the professor about practice opportunities. This is the scenario that's displayed at the beginning of Listen and Respond. This is me starting the conversation. Hey, aren't you taking intermediate Vietnamese this semester? Yeah, I am. It's not going great. I definitely need to practice more before the final exam. Yeah, I feel the same way, to be honest. I'd love to get some more speaking practice. Yeah, me too. Do you think the professor may know if there are any Vietnamese conversation clubs on campus? I bet they would. They probably know if any other students meet outside of class to practice speaking. Do you think we should talk to them about it? Maybe they could put us in touch with those conversation groups. I think that's a good idea. Let me email the professor to see when they're available to meet. That would be great. Hopefully they respond to us soon. Yeah, I'll let you know once I hear from them. Great, thanks. Now remember, it goes me, student, all the way down. So the conversation goes back and forth. In the actual conversation, you will know who's speaking and who's responding. So back to the 3 main questions. Who did you talk to? What did they say? What advice did they give? What did you do with the advice? I spoke with my friend and we discussed our need for more practice in our intermediate Vietnamese class. What did they say? We decided to ask the professor about practice opportunities, and my friend said that he would email the professor to set up a meeting and find out more information. I told my friend to let me know once he heard back from the professor. I spoke with my friend in intermediate Vietnamese class. He said he would email the professor. I said, let me know once you've heard back, once you get a response. Let's check it out with AI. Okay, we've just read the conversation and we type our response here in the 75 seconds. I did change a few words around. Conversed instead of spoke with. Additional instead of more. Consult. I changed that to consult. And mentioned instead of said. So just changing those helps our lexical sophistication as well. Let's check the AI score. Good, a 130. Lexical sophistication, 125. Task relevance, 155. It's crucial to summarize the conversation as best as it happened, remembering who said what. Great job. Thank you so much for staying with me. I hope that you enjoyed this quick video about summarize the conversation. I love helping you guys with especially the production questions because I think that's an area of the test that's the most difficult. Listening is very hard, and if you want to know more about listen and speak, check out this video right here.